Hey, so I'm sharing with you some kind of like daily insights that I wanted to put out there, and my daily so far daily insight is the capacity for us to really engage with our voice and our confidence and belief in ourselves. Um, And what does it mean to honor that divine light inside of us and to truly let her shine, to truly let her come forth? And I think part of me doing this is because I'm cathartically doing that for myself so that I can heal the part of me that's not believing in my own inner light, in my own inner voice, not able to really get behind her, kind of trying to hide her and shun her away. And something which has been really inspiring me to really speak out and to express my truth more has been the story of other women historically who were absolutely heretical for their time, and yet they still spoke out, and they did it with such belief in themselves. It wasn't like they felt convicted and they kind of did it anyway and was like, kind of feeling a bit awkward. No, they actually felt really convicted of themselves to stand up and to declare whether it was the good news, the story of Thecla, which I was listening to, who introduced me to it, was Anaya, and also the Mary Magdalene Revealed book by Megan Watterson reveals about the Gospel of Thecla, who was around with Paul, the Apostle. So just had a funky little mini feathery thing. Don't know what that is. So the story of her would have been preaching the good news, and she was also put at the stake, and lots of things happened to her, but she didn't die. She didn't die. And that, what I want to say, it's not focusing on the fact that she didn't die, but it's more the fact that what shines on me is she spoke her truth and her what she was convicted to speak, and she had absolute belief in it. It wasn't that she was doing it in doubt. And even when she was praying deeply in Aramaic for her lives to be saved so that she could continue her ministry, it's like she prayed knowing who she was. She prayed in absolute belief that she was worth having a presence on the planet, and that she had an essence and a healing balm to birth and to apply and to anoint onto other people who step through her life, and trees and plants. She has a role to play, and that is what strikes me, is the calling of come and let your light shine, come and express your voice, express yourself. And we are learning how to believe in this innate essence. We're learning to believe and in the fear, when there is so much fear, because the woman has been, particularly the kind of prophetic, spiritual, individual, independent woman, has been so squashed through history, that it is really hard to, can feel really hard to stand behind that part of us who is just longing to expand her wings, angelic wings. And what I want to say to you, and I speak to myself, is that she is desired. She is created for a reason. There is no tainted aspect to her soul. Yes, we have frail human taints. You might call it sin, you might call it frailty, you might call it aspects of your pains, you might call it suffering, it's a separation from God. we have the human frailty, but our soul is pure light, pure depth of love, pure encompassing of the deep and the high and the wide. And she or he and both are amazing, and there is nothing tainted or wrong with the force of that energy which shines through the vase of our frail being, our human existence. And she shines through, and often we can end up focusing on our frailties, on our lacks and our sufferings, and how to correct these issues in our lives. But the focus is foremost our inner sun, our inner moon, our inner radiance. Because when we can flame and feed the fire of who we are, our spirit, our soul, our divine truth of being, then the energy and the love and the anointing that we're giving to these fractured parts, which make an incredible vase of all sorts of different patterns and colours, of the colourful, wild nature of human existence, when we focus on the light shining, the rays of God, then we know that we are in a good space, because we're bringing it into the light and we're holding it, and then we can properly see these kind of issues that would come to our forefront for us to be aware of. So without the light, we can't fix it, and often we end up in this place of, I must fix myself first before I can go out and shine my light. And the reality is that we have to just shine our light right now. We cannot do it the other way around. It doesn't work. We cannot abandon our heart. We cannot abandon ourselves, because it is within ourselves the true light of love from our heart is able to heal not only us, but all of us, even all of us. One person could heal the whole of humanity with their love. I truly believe that. And if we can make this intention right now in this 1 second to focus in on our shining light, and to truly make a promise to ourselves that you are truth, that you are radiance, that you are unshamed, you are so to be celebrated and to be welcomed, and your voice is so needed, and there is so much time for you to come and to fly. And there is nothing wrong with the fact you might feel that it's too controversial. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you might feel that it's wrong to be on show. There's nothing wrong with living in your own abundance. There's nothing wrong with following your own intuition. There's nothing wrong with knowing deep down what's right and wrong for you, even if that goes against what someone in a position of so-called power might say. All those things have been tabooed, but all those things are being untabooed and are being scrubbed in the beautiful shape that they are to become a shining diamond. And that is happening within our very souls. I truly believe that that is happening to us, and it's happening to me, so I'm sure there must be other people. And the stories of these super powerful women, such as Thecla, as I mentioned, there are so many amazing women and men who followed that guidance from within, regardless of any institutional, governmental parameters. And I've been following this path my whole life. Since a child, I was adamant of following the way of the scriptures, and and then going into university, I became an evangelical Christian, because I was so passionate about shining the light, and I still have that within my soul and within my heart. And that is maturing and transforming as I understand that it's holistic and there are so many different perspectives on this. And it comes also down to this core seedling root in the heart of union with God, union with our divine self in the divine web of life. And in that space, we can only believe in ourselves because there is so much love. Because there is so much love and acceptance there. We return to our origins. We return to our birthplace. And in that place, there is just full confidence and freedom. And it's so good, and it's so easy to run away from because it's so good. And our inherited programming from years of pains and ancestral, difficulties and turmoils, world wars and stuff, have caused us to live in poverty, whether it be emotional, whether it be practical, literal poverty. We have it on the globe. We have to choose. We have to choose to live and expand and give and radiate our abundance so that we can be an offering of blessing to ourselves and to the world. And it starts with just little footsteps of holding and embracing our heart. Choosing our security and our softness in the moment. Choosing that we are in the right place right now, that we are poised to offer our gifts, that we are poised to speak, to see, to feel, to touch, that we are poised to be fully animate with all of our senses, that we have permission to be, perhaps it's a woman or a man that you are, to be in physical full form of who you are, and also to employ that beautiful body for the service of this great divine mission which you are encapsulating within you and all around you. So let us wriggle every day just a little more and bring this freedom to ourselves, just choosing to give ourselves that permission first, and to take these little steps of shining light, just like a little bit of glitter that we're just pouring out of our little kids' test tube of joy and fun through our life and through the lives of others. Breathing that in really deeply as a prayer for ourselves and for all of humanity. Breathing out the dust that longs to come out in this moment, letting it fall to the earth, feeling the security of being held by the earth. Breathing her in, up through the body and up through the top of the head, and then breathing out and receiving the light through the body. Feeling held. Thank you for watching me. May you feel that embrace of being held throughout the rest of your day and always. Thank you so much for joining me, and so glad that you are on the same journey as me, a similar journey, whatever form it looks like. May we go together and tread this path of treacherous, wonderful awakening and expansion. May it be. Amen.